Looks like we're live. Looks like we're live. Um, Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first trading session of the new year. And I'm super excited to be here. I'm actually going to pull up these charts and then we're going to get right into it. By the way, my name is David Lisiaga. In case you didn't know that, I am literally here trading US30, US100, US500 live. I'm going to do it absolutely for free. I'm going to be using our indicators that we have released. PipJuice has been our baby now for years, and we are in the process of not only making strategic partnerships with PipJuice, but also in the process of updating and upgrading and all that other good stuff. So much stuff has happened in 2025, and we are just now getting to the point that we are making incredibly good headways into everything. So give me one moment. Let me go ahead and get set up. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that you guys are having a great one so far. And there are going to be a lot of windows open. So I'm going to start with that. Get used to we have 3 charts to look at, but in order for me to be able to look at them and to actually trade them effectively just means that we're going to be looking at smaller windows, and that's okay. Okay, let's start this screen. Let's start the screen share. Let's see. Window capture. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on right now. First and foremost, we have US30 here on the left-hand side. Okay, now if you are in with PipJuice, you already got wicked into this trade. Okay, this trade is in a little bit of drawdown. That's okay. We're only taking 1% risk per trade, so that's not really a big deal. And right now we're kind of waiting to see what happens over here with US100, US500. It's pretty normal for this stuff to move a little bit slow, right until about 9:30. And so, as we go ahead and we talk about what's going on and how it is that we trade, if you see me checking my phone, it's just because I'm actually going into trades. And so, it's important that you understand that I am live trading with you guys. It's not like I'm sat here just looking at stuff. I'm actually trading 2 accounts right now. I'm trading a live account, and I'm also trading a prop account that I'm passing just because one of my main brokers, they just came up with a prop firm, and I want to see whether or not that's a viable option in order for me to increase the amount of money that I have in the markets, be able to push stuff around a little bit more effectively, etc., etc. Okay, I'm just here checking all my streams and making sure that people know that I am live. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Because this is my first time using this software, Restream. And I just want to make sure that people even know that I am live. Oh yeah. Yeah, we are live. Good. I see it on that. But let's go to X. Let's make sure that I'm live on X. Why am I not showing live on X? Okay. Well, that's something to investigate at a later day. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take this down to the 1-minute chart. And there's a reason why we take it down to the 1-minute chart in particular. There is, and I'm going to get rid of a whole bunch of extra indicators that I am no longer using. These stay because these are just Asian, New York, but we have this new indicator called the PipJuice AI Assistant, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this into one screen real quick just so you can kind of see how this thing works. And let's see when the last signal for US30 was. Okay, so if you notice, actually this would have been, okay, shut up. If you notice right here, guys, what day was this? This was the 31st. Okay, on the 31st, if you know anything about PipJuice, we give you a buy stop and a sell stop entry every single morning. This paints at about 5 a.m. in the morning. So we went ahead and we hit TP1. We almost hit TP2, and then this thing, actually, we just might have clipped TP2. And then this trade started moving against us. But then our PipJuice AI assistant kind of read everything that was going on. Everything that was going on with the market. Everything that was going on with volume, with trends, etc., etc. And it called out this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay? And so literally, as it called it out, guys, I have my own rules for this, and my rules are very simple. I always take a look at some levels because I like to go a little bit more aggressive. So, you know, here we go. Even if I took it all the way up here, that's fine. But take a look at this. I know that when I see an opposing trade, just because I've lived with PipJuice, its first indicator, so much, I also know that if I get wicked in on this side, so go in one direction, and then the trade starts going against me, there is more than a 90% likelihood that the trade is going to go all the way to the other side in TP3, which is exactly what happened over here. But let's take a look at what happened here with, you know, US500. Let's see if we had a clean entry with US500. Okay, no, this is today. US500, the feed sometimes from Atlanta is just atrocious, just so you guys know. But there was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup that happened on Nasty Nas. On the, there it was. Guys, so on Nasty Nas, literally same day, we caught this beautiful trade on PipJuice to the upside. And then this in painted. So I already knew we are going all the way in the opposite direction. And sure enough, you know, it took a little while for it to materialize because, I mean, this was 9 a.m. in the morning. And this was all the way at 4:30 p.m. in the evening. But the risk to reward on this was almost 43-1. This was such a beautiful trade. This is the type of trade that if you make it once, and let's say you're risking $1,000, you're risking $1,000, you turn around and you make $43,000 in one trade. These are the types of trades that the AI assistant are going to bring up. These are the types of trades that, you know, people are going to be seeing. These are the types of trades that, you know, quite frankly, are just going to change your life when they come up. You don't need to catch these all the time. But, you know, if you catch them just once in a while, guys, these trades are going to absolutely floor you. So, now that I'm showing you how it works and it happens in real time, what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab some water because I just finished my workout. Let's bring up the 3 screens real quick. And we are just going to monitor. This is in 1 minute. Let's put this on US30 again. It's US30, just a little bit of drawdown, that's fine. And let's set this off of the 1 hour and let's go back to the 1 minute. Now, a lot of people would be like, well, David, why are you trading the 1 minute? And it's because when big movements happen, guys, in order to be at the very beginning of the movement, you need to be looking at the chart on the 1 or the 3 or the 5 minute. Uh, Big moves happen, but they start at the smaller time frames. So it's a good thing every single morning, to kind of just take a look at the market, understand which direction define your directional bias, right? But then you sit there and you begin to take a look at these markets, and then that begins to define how it is that you are taking a look at everything. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pause my audio and my video, grab some water, and we are going to be taking a look at this US30, US100, US500 trade here shortly, okay? So I will see you guys in a second. Okay, well, excuse me. While all this is going on, let's talk about something, guys. First and foremost, if you want to be a part of everything that we are doing, PipJuice.io will get you into our major things. Even our free community. And here's the thing: I highly suggest, because part of the thing that we did in the new year was we started giving out US30 signals for free every single morning. So the US30 signal that we're in right now, guys, literally we printed that at 5 a.m. You can go ahead and get access to that, and it's all for you to go ahead and take advantage of. Now the PipJuice indicator right now is $75 a month. The Auto Trader bundle, which has MT4 and MT5, and we also have certain copiers coming out in order to allow people to have access to things. Guys, literally the Auto Trader bundle is going to be one of your main go-tos over here. It is a heftier price tag, $500 a month. I make no apologies for that pricing, just because I've seen what it's done. We have some hedge funds that are using our software. Our win rate is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of people ask about, drawdown and all that, but that depends on what your risk settings are. But definitely, everyone watching this should at least go to the free community, get involved, see what it is that we're posting, take some free trades. I don't care if you're in an MLM. I don't care if you are trading independently. Put us to the test, and if we go ahead and we perform, then awesome. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, let's keep on taking a look at these charts. Sometimes there's not a lot to do, but wait. At 9 o'clock, the markets start moving a whole lot more. At 9:30, the markets open officially, and today is the day after New Year's, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of volume. Most banks are on holiday. Which also means that there's not going to be a ton of volume coming through today. So we're just going to wait and see whether or not this PipJuice AI agent is going to print up a signal for us. And if it does, we're going to go ahead, take it live, show you the power of all this, and move accordingly. Okay, so let's wait and see. Okay, well, 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to see what happens right at 9:30. Because honestly, I just want to see what's happening with this US 30 trade. Let's go ahead and talk through the system. Actually, let me make sure that my people know I'm live right now. But our system is not like a lot of other people's systems, guys, and here's why. We want to be consistent. We want to be consistent. We might not have the biggest risk to reward, right? Let me go ahead and see what I do here. Nope. But and X. So let me tell you why I trade 3 pairs. Okay, let's go through this entire system and let's actually get people to understand what it is that PipJuice is, how it is that PipJuice works, why it is that PipJuice works, why it is that, this hands down is going to be the most profitable system that you ever use. And when I say most profitable, you're not going to make the most profit out of any system in any one trade. But the consistency that we have will absolutely destroy any other system that you use. And there's a big reason why. The big reason why is because what happens every single morning is that we analyze a whole bunch of session data from previous sessions. And when we do that, we are then able to use that data to come up with high probability entry points and exit points on every single pair. Now on US 30, US100, so US 30, aka the Dow Jones, US100, aka the Nasdaq, and US500, aka the S&P 500. Okay, what happens every single morning is we have a set alarm, and this alarm gets set off at 9:30 a.m. every single morning. at 9:30 a.m. every single morning, what happens is that we have the market open. And when the market opens, now all these banks that have been resting on whatchamacallit, the weekend or the off session. Okay, let me go do my favorites. Let's get the PipJuice AI assistant up on this one, because I don't think I have it there. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to check to make sure that all my settings are right. I'm going to stop this window capture just for a second, because I don't want to inadvertently have anything else that doesn't need to be there. Let's get this out. Let's put back in PipJuice AI assistant. There we go. Boom. Okay, and let's go back live. So at 9:30 in the morning, right, the bell rings. And when the bell rings, we have all this volume from all these banks all around the world that are trading in the U.S. stock market. All the orders that they've placed in overnight, from when the market closed, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, okay? All the orders that were placed in now need to be filled. And yes, we're talking about stocks right now, but I need you to understand that US 30 is an index of the top 30 companies in the US. Just like, so the Dow Jones is the top 30 companies in the US. The NASDAQ is an index of the top 100 companies in the US, while the S&P 500 is an index of the top 500 companies in the US. Okay, so the reason why we trade these three in particular, this is why I trade them, is because I have a set time. I know that 9:30 a.m. every single day there is going to be a tremendous amount of volume that comes in Monday through Friday, and it's going to move the market. Now this allows me to make decisions about how it is that I'm going to move, where it is that I'm going to move, etc., etc. Where I'm going to place money, whether I'm going to be going long in the market or short in the market. All this is based on data that I collect. Now I used to do this manually, but then PipJuice was able to save me a whole bunch of time. Okay, and if you're like me, the one thing that you do not have a lot of is time. It's just the resource that is least readily available, right? And so when you take a look at that, you become a little bit stressed when it is just a whole bunch of stuff that you are looking at. Let me make sure. Yes, my stream is there. Okay. And there's not enough, and then there's not enough time for you to actually do all the things that you want to do. So I used to spend hours, and I do mean hours. I would get up at about 5 a.m. I would analyze all the previous session data that I needed to. I would update all my trend lines. I would update all my Fibonacci's. I would update all of that in order for me then to turn around and make a decision on what I was doing today. And what would inevitably happen, ladies and gentlemen, is that I would miss some trades. But by the time I was actually taking these trades, I was tired. Because instead of me getting up at a reasonable hour, I was getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning and getting right to work and beginning to analyze stuff, etc., etc. It's just a lot of work. But when I was able to code all of that into PipJuice and I was able to get these high probability setups, right? Boom. I'm then able to wake up, and now even more with this auto trader that we created. Literally all my risk management is taken care of. trades enter 100%. I go ahead and I take a look just at um, a few different setups, and the auto trader takes control for me. Now, I know how this works. I know the win rate because I've lived with PipJuice now for 7 years. So we're now on version 7.2, and literally we have been updating the indicator now for 7 years. And every single time that we have updated the indicator, we get a little bit cleaner of a UI. But the data just gets more refined and more refined. It helps us make better decisions more quickly. And so as I was live trading for a company, I was live trading for a broker, Monaxa, and I was doing this live for 2 months. And in those 2 months, our win rate to TP1 was over 90%. Our win rate to TP3 was something like 75%. And so as we began to understand what it is that we had on our hands with PipJuice, we understood that seeing a company, seeing a strategy that allows you to win over 90% of the time is very, very unicornish, right? That's not going to come around every single day of the week. That's not going to come around every month of the year. That's something that when you see it, you begin to get excited. And what I will tell you right now is that in the midst of everything, I learned certain things. And so for anyone who's on here who's taking notes or any of that good stuff, I want to make sure that you guys understand kind of what's going on. I am refreshing just to see that, my, and by the way, next live stream I'll have a much better camera, and that's just because, I'll be using my standalone video camera instead of the one that's built into my Mac. And the reason that I'm not doing that right now is because my cord broke, and I need to go get a brand new cord for that. So super excited about the way that we could go ahead and really begin to make decent money using PipJuice. I'm sorry, I digress. So now that I have this auto trader, my time goes down to zero, and I've learned certain things about the market. And pardon while I go ahead and I get my Instagram going, because I am going to go to Instagram to edit titles. But literally, what we are doing now with PipJuice, and the way that we are going to be able to streamline everything that we have to do is absolutely ridiculous. So what have I learned from living with PipJuice for 7 years? And I think that these are the important points that you are going to want to take. Give me 1 second while I just grab my 2FA for my Instagram. Okay. Let's do it's a live video. Public. And I just need to grab my stream key. There we go. Copy that. Boom. Save. And now let's go live. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you are literally just tuning in, okay, for all of you who are on my Instagram, who are just tuning in, I need you to understand that we have been live for a while now on YouTube. We have been live now already for a while on Facebook. We have been live now already for a while on X. But for those of you who are just tuning in for what it is that we are doing, we're doing some live trading right now, US30, US100, US500, and I've been going over what's going on with PipJuice. So right now, I want everyone to know that we are on the 1 minute chart, and part of the reason that we're on the 1 minute chart is that we want to give the PipJuice AI assistant a chance to potentially find us some high risk to reward trades. But we are currently in the PipJuice. We are currently in trades with PipJuice right now. I'm in a buy right now for US30. Okay, so this is what that buy looks like, and you know, very, very straightforward. I got entered in right here. Okay, we're taking it all the way up here, potentially further, and our stop loss is down here. I just want to be clear that, you know, yes, we're in drawdown. Drawdown is part of the process. And, you know, one of the things that I let people know is that if you are not okay with seeing red, then you're never going to be okay with seeing blue. It is just part of the process. Trades go into drawdown. Trades need to breathe. They are a living, ever-evolving thing. And if you are not okay with seeing drawdown, guys, then you're never going to get to the point that you see profits. Okay? But I'm deleting that now just so we can talk about certain things. So how does the PipJuice system work? And more specifically, do I think that traders need to have 100% win ratio? And the answer is no. So let's talk about how PipJuice works. So our risk to reward on our normal PipJuice setups, okay, from entry to TP3 is 1 to 0.6. And a lot of people will tell you, well, you know, your risk to reward should be, you know, 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 or 5 to 1 and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's go ahead and kill the noise, and let's talk about why a lot of your mentors, a lot of your other people are telling you this, and why they're in your ear with this hogwash. The only reason why you need those types of setups, guys, is if you're not winning very consistently. The difference with the PipJuice system is I know that we are going to win 75% of the time to TP3 on US30, US100, US500. I also know that we are going to win over 90% of the time to TP1. Okay, so let's do some math real quick. Let's say we take 100 trades. Okay. And I'm doing the math right now on calculator. Okay, we take 100 trades. The risk for every single trade is $100. Okay, so on the line you have $10,000. You have $10,000 worth of money that you are risking in the market. Now, of those trades, right? You have 75%. So times 75% times 0.6. Okay, that means that you have $4,500 that you make on that time. Now, on the 25% that you lost, this is only if you go to our TP3 markers, guys, by the way, right? Now, on the 25%, so look, you can do the math with me so you understand what it is. 10,000 times 0.6 times 75% equals 4,500. Okay, you can check the math. The reason why I'm telling you what I'm putting in is because I want you to understand what's going on. Now, So keep that number in your head, 4,500. Now you have 10,000 times 1, because these are your losses, times 25%. And it comes out to 2,500. Okay, so if you take 4,500 and you subtract 2,500 from it, you have a $2,000 profit. So if you started with $10,000, guys, and you took 100 trades with our win ratio, and all you did was take it to TP3, what that works out to is a $2,000 profit statistically on these 3 pairs. Now, a lot of you say, okay, well, how many trades are we going to take? Okay, well, there are 252 trading days a year. We're taking down 3 trades. Okay, that's 756 trades. So what we are going to do, divide that by 100. So that's 7.56. So 7.56 times $2,000 profit. This is in the course of a year. That means in the course of a year, you take your $10,000 account and you grow it from $10,000 all the way up to $25,120. That's why I don't care about risk to reward. And the reason why you need to begin to understand what risk to reward actually is because it's technobabble. And when I say technobabble, it is technobabble so that people don't talk about the things that they should really be talking about. Things like consistency. There is nothing that is going to make you more money or make you more secure than being consistent in these markets. Okay? Now, we have about 10 minutes right now. 10 minutes before this trade starts. Before the markets open, rather. You see already, I am in drawdown on my US30 trade. Okay? Actually, let's see. You might not be able to see it very clearly. I want to make sure that I'm showing you the live account. Okay? If you can see it, guys, I'm currently down about $54 on this US30 trade. Why am I not worried? Well, let's talk about what's going to happen when these markets open. Only one or two things are going to happen. The markets are either going to go up or the markets are either going to go down. I think everyone could agree those are the only 2 choices, right? And the reason why I need to sit here and I need to just be that straightforward, guys, is because the markets could go up, the markets could go down. There's no other way for anything else to happen. Like, those are the only 2 choices. And when you come to grips with those are the only 2 choices, guys, then what does that allow you to do? That allows you to go ahead and really begin to understand. Okay, so what happens if the market goes up? Well, the market breaks to the upside. Boom, my US30 trade will eat TP1, TP2, TP3, and then I'll have a running trade and I'll make a whole bunch of money on US30. US30, US100, and US500, most of the time, they move in the same direction. Okay? So I'm pretty sure you guys could see, right? Generally, a little bit of a down direction. You see over here a little bit of a down direction. If I scroll out on US500, a little bit of a down direction, right, guys? So if it breaks to the upside, guys, I'm going to make money here, here, and here. Sometimes, and I'd say this is about 50% of the time, US30 will depeg from US100 and US500. What does that mean? That means that US30 will move in the opposite direction of the other 2. So let's say US30 breaks to the downside. Boom. I lose my buy, but I win my sell. So I lose 1 unit, but I make 0.6 units. I'm down 0.4. And then US100 and US500 both go to the upside. I make 1.2. In that case, guys, 1.2 minus 0.4, I'm up 0.8 units. If it breaks to the upside, guys, I'm going to sit here and make 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. I'm going to end up making 1.8. And I know that this is a different way of looking at trading than most people talk to you about. A lot of people like to talk dollars and cents and percentages. I can just talk units. Okay, when me and my partners, when we talk, a lot of times we talk things like basis points. Now, what happens if, if it breaks to the downside? Okay, if it breaks to the downside, I'm going to lose my buy. Cool, I'm down 1 unit. I win my sell, like I said, I'm down 0.4. And then if it breaks to the downside on this side, or if these break to the upside, either way, I'm at 1.2, so I'm up 0.8. Well, all I know is that in these markets, as long as 2 out of my 3 pairs are winners, which happens over 90% of the time, guys, that I'm going to be on the positive side. So even though I'm in drawdown, there's zero risk. Like, I'm not even, guys, my phone is literally off. I'm not even monitoring my trades. I'm doing it now, seeing as how I talked about it. I turned it on just so I could see. But the reason why is because I understand fully what it is and how it is that we're going to go ahead and, make this money. So 2026 is going to be one of those years that if you decide to plug in, it's going to be amazing. And for any of you that are watching, one of the things that I promised, and one of my big goals for 2026 is to make sure that people understand how much it is that I love God, how much it is that He has blessed me and blessed my family and blessed my life, and make sure that I pray over the people that are watching me. And so, right now I'm going to pray for you guys right before these markets open. Lord, we just thank you so much for every single soul that is here watching this. I pray that they are getting educated, and I pray that you allow the information that I'm giving to begin to break through. Hit their mind, but let there be understanding so that these same people can take this knowledge, take this wisdom, take what it is that you have blessed me with, and can go ahead and multiply it. May the seed grow. May the seed not only grow, but may it be fruitful. May it multiply. And may this gift of wisdom not only impart knowledge, but also impart freedom into their lives. And may the fruit of this seed bless their communities, bless their families, bless them. I pray your supernatural hand of provision, but also supernatural hand of favor resting abide with every single person watching this. And Lord, I just pray right now that you consistently show up as a God that I know that you are. May every single person not only know you, but may every single person represent you in the way that you deserve to be represented. And may we be able to use the gift of these markets and the gift of the knowledge to analyze these markets as a way to bless the nations, bless our communities, bless our families, and bless the world. We love you and we thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so, guys, I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but all I can tell you is God is real and God is good. And a lot of people will tell you not to mix religion with business. I'm sorry. There's no way for me to not acknowledge how good God has been. Because I've seen too many amazing things happen. Okay, so if you missed the earlier part of this session, I want to pull this up and go into one, and we're going into NAS, and I was literally showing that yesterday, guys, our new product our PipJuice AI assistant absolutely crushed. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Okay, PipJuice caught this buy to the top side, and then our AI assistant made this golden window trade, and I just knew. You know, I'm known from actually working with this that, you know, if it goes all the way in one direction and then it turns around, it's going all the way in the opposite direction. That's what it did. It gave us a 43-1 risk to reward trade. Now, these trades are the trades that a lot of people look for, but guys, they don't come up every day, and you need to be okay with that. So right now, even though we are trading live and the markets are about to open right now, what we are doing is literally just waiting to see what happens and how it is that we could, how it is that we are going to maneuver these markets. Okay. Once again, if you like what you see right here, all my trades, all my US30 trades, 100% free. www.pipjuice.io. 9:30 it opened. Okay, you see US30 moving aggressively down to the downside. Okay, that's okay. Looks like I'm probably going to lose this trade on the sell side. Yep, trade is lost, and that's okay. The sell is already active on US30. Look at the depegging that I told you could happen. US100 and US30 seem to be moving in opposite directions. US30 looks like she wants to tank. This is based on the 1-minute chart. The sell on US30 is now a profit. If you guys are trading with me, guys, you are in profit. When it's in blue, it's on you, okay? Already hit TP1 on US30 on my MT4, MT5. The reason why US30 and it already hit TP2 on the sell side on my MT5. Closing in on TP3 now. Okay, if you guys need to understand what's going on, oh, there we go. Now it looks like US100 and US500 want to follow suit. Okay, so now that I kind of see everything that's going on, I'm pretty sure that these are going to tank. We will know for sure, I'd say in the next 30 minutes, what's going on. But we are literally just waiting to see the whatchamacallit, whether or not the AI assistant is going to give us a trade in an opposite direction. We just hit TP3. Okay, I have my running trade going right now. That was a beautiful sell from US30, as you guys could tell. The US500 sells just went ahead and activated. Oh, I don't let what happened on that. I'm doing some testing on some other stuff, just so you guys know. So, let's see how many people. 13 people. Still okay. These numbers will go up. Need to go ahead and give these updates to my team. Because that shouldn't have happened. That US30 sell is so beautiful. Was so beautiful. We're still in it, and I expect it to be incredibly profitable for us. Let me see. What was that ticket number? I had 3 tickets. 476056. Five four, 55, and 57. Okay. US500 trade is now in profit. You see US30 fell off a cliff. And guys, by the way, if you see my hands are here and nothing's happening, that's because the automation that I have manages all my risk for me. It goes ahead and trades for me. Like, I've taken all the knowledge that I have and I just put it all into one system. And now I let the system work for me, so I don't need to work for my money. I'm just here in the new year really sharing the good news of what it is that God has given me and how it is that it can benefit you and benefit your family, and allowing you to make the decision about whether or not it is the right move for you. I'm not here to dictate how it is that you maneuver, but I'm just letting you know what has worked for me. Okay, let me go ahead and let's see, 476054. Let's see where we're at. A little bit of drawdown on SPX. That's fine. Naz is still very much in our window. We're waiting to see what she wants to do. Still nothing from the AI assistant. Okay, it's a waiting game right now, guys. I'm going to try to be you off of this by 10 a.m. The reason why is because I understand that I don't want to be on this all day long. I also have a DJ gig that I need to go to today. Just one of the passions that I picked up after my father's passings. We-picked up after my father passed, rather. And very much just looking forward to getting to spin some music and preparing for that. And also, just spending some time with family. Oh, US30, that trade was so beautiful. It looks like US500 is about to hit TP1. Let's see. I'm grabbing these in the background. The reason why you hear me not talking as much is because I am literally grabbing things out of my MT5 logs because I need to send some stuff to my development team. We're cleaning up some code for a product that we're working on, and so want to make sure that if I see any anomalies, which I did today, by the way, that we go ahead and we get those all sorted as quickly as humanly possible, because we like to make sure that our customer base is having the right experience. And so, pardon that I am here not focused on you guys, but it's because I'm not focused on you guys right now, because in order for me to focus on you guys, it also requires me to make sure that our programming is flawless. And so copy. That's what I'm doing here in the background. Beautiful sell on US30, beautiful sell on US500 is materializing right now. Still nothing from our AI assistant, which is, I really hope that it paints something on, for the session, because if it does, then we'll take that trade manually together and make some money together. Okay. Just got that. And let me see what's going on right now. That wasn't smart, David. Forgot to do that. In the midst of me checking everything, I have the wrong version of a file live on that I was supposed to test. So, okay, guys, we are going to give this 14 more minutes. We are going to see what happens, and then from there, if a trade comes in on the whatchamacallit, on the AI assistant, it doesn't come through every single day, but if it does come through, we're going to take it together live. If it doesn't, if you took these trades with me, you made some money already. You should be net positive here once this hits TP1, TP2. You should be net positive. This trade, this runner has made me more money than the loss from the morning. So net positive day for me already. And, just watching these charts. Let's see. Okay, looks like US500 is going into some drawdown, potentially a reversal. And US100 is about to follow suit. Oh, there we go. US500, beautiful order window. So now I'm about to take that trade. Quotes US500. Actually, let me see how much US500 I have. 1121. So that's 3245. So 0.6 going in the opposite direction. Buy by market. You guys saw that beautiful US500 trade come up, huh? We want to put that down here, okay? Right under TP1. Six, 8, 6, 3. Okay, so now that we have this this beautiful reversal signal coming in for US500, let me tell you how we trade that. Oh, look at where the take profit is, all the way up here, 6928. 6863. Oh, US500 is flying. US30, I'm going to close out my running trade. Our US100 buys have come through. US100 already hit TP1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm going to update you guys on the trade. Make sure you go ahead and you check out PipJuice.io. Make sure you join our free community. Get our trades for free. Get our US30 trades for free. We had a beautiful sell that came in on US30. All right, guys, so go ahead, grab those trades for free. Make some money with us. And I look forward to seeing you in the future so that we can go ahead and take these trades together.